Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new national party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
Hello, my name is Michaela Williams, winner of the Festival of the Arts Secondary School Solo Pan Competition. And these are my colleagues.
We are members of the Full Comanchero Steel Orchestra, your current panorama champions.
Having won 3 of the last full panorama competitions in Spice Mass.
We are inviting you to Spice Mass 2019, especially junior and senior panorama, at the National Stadium on Saturday, 10th August 2019.
Come and enjoy the experience, the excitement, and the skills of the players of the various steel orchestra.
Suzuki Pan Wizards,
Republic Bank Angel Apps,
New Dimension,
Panacea,
Melody Warriors,
Rainbow City All-Stars, Ranroy Pan Angels, Digital Florida All-Stars,
And of course, Flow Comancheros.
After Panorama, you can join us on the road for Juve and Parade of the Bands on Monday the 12th and Tuesday the 13th of August.
Spice Mass 2019. Don't miss it.
It's coming, the new family of EC Polymer Notes.
What is different about these notes?
The feel.
Polymer notes are made from a thin plastic film which makes the notes feel smoother than the paper notes.
The orientation.
The notes have a portrait orientation. You will read the notes from top to bottom instead of left to right as you do with the paper notes.
Unique tactile feature.
The front of each note has raised bumps at the top left-hand corner. These bumps form shapes that are familiar to you.
Holographic foil strip.
This feature is on the $20, $50, and $100. When you tilt the notes, the images and colors in this section will change.
New image on the $50.
The back of the $50 bears the image of former governor of the ECCB, the late Honorable Sir K. Dwight Venner.
New signature.
All the notes bear the signature of the current governor, Timothy N.J. Antwine.
EC Polymer Notes. Cleaner, safer, stronger.
You're listening to Hard Talk Grenada via www.hardtalkgrenada.com. You're listening to Hard Talk Grenada via www.hardtalkgrenada.com.
The strength of the iron, it's in the testing. Bring them up. It's not a loss, it's just a lesson. Be grateful for your blessings. You'll be digging deep to find that inner state. No, it's not the time to give up. No, nah. I'm telling you, nothing that will never defeat. Where we control your destiny. I'm telling you, take your hand and point it up in the ceiling for me. I feel so irate. Wake up and I'm ready. Must make it ever steady. Setting goals is necessary while they hide. Precious time they wasting like a disease. It starts spreading. Now it shift their eyesight. I say, I don't know why. Some will worry about our next man's stride. Try to match up our next man's life. Fix your life. And as soon as I start walking hard, you want to make something must be wrong, your man. I don't come here for that. All you help me one and that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you nothing that will never defeat me. Control your destiny. I'm telling you. Take your hand and point it up in the ceiling for me. I'm telling you, rule number one, we don't come to beg nothing from them. I'm telling you, the people, music, look, everybody chanting. I'm telling you, counting people, business, while we counting the blessings. I'm telling you, counteraction time, so help me broadcasting message. No bad vibes on my side. We fuel by motivation. Keep sending out good signals. Pay attention to your audience. Let your light shine. What's for you will be for you. With the real ones rooting for you. Just let your energy into Try to match up and next man life. Fix your life. And as soon as I start walking hard, you want to make something must be wrong, yeah man. I don't come here for that, all your heads, man. But I don't see how I'm telling you. I'm telling you nothing that will never defeat me. Just only your destiny. I'm telling you, take your hand and point it up in the ceiling for me. Please, I'm telling you, number one.
Good morning, Grenada. It's another beautiful morning in Spice Country. My name is Devon Romain. Yeah, Sheldon is not with us this morning. Yeah, he's out taking care of personal matters. You know, today is the funeral of his uncle, and we extend condolences to him and his family on days like this, right? So, hey, bro, you are with us 100%. Good morning again, Grenada, and wherever you are joining us. This is Hard Talk. This morning, it's Thursday morning, a beautiful morning, coming to you live via 89.5 CRFM, 97.5, yes, City Sounds, 92.9, yes, Sister Isle out there in Carriacou. And in Brooklyn, New York, 94.9, We Noise Radio, coming to you live. And I want to say a special good morning to all of you, wherever you are in the diaspora. Yeah. Some of you have sun, some of you may have rain, some of you may even have snow. Yeah, special good morning to you coming from Spice Country. Yeah. This morning, hey, I'm solo, so yeah, you got me with you. And we have lots of information to share. And so with persons, I want to start off with, first of all, let's take care of the Ministry of Health. Yeah, the Senior Environmental Health Officer within the Ministry of Health, right, has sent out the schedule for fogging for 3 days of this week. 2 days have already gone, Tuesday and Wednesday. And so, with the areas were Lansepine and the True Blue area. Today, Thursday, the 11th of July, Paddock, including Lagoon Road and its environs, from 5 p.m., right? The team from the Ministry of Health will be in your area. I'm sure that they are right now around surroundings, checking on different areas, and so that they have to pay particular attention to and everything like that. And, right, so they will be there from 5 p.m. this afternoon, right, fogging, right? And one of the things that you should know, right, don't lock up your house. Open up the windows and so let the fog, let the mist go through so it can be effective in getting rid, all right, of its target, the Aedes aegypti mosquito and other types of mosquito that is within your area. And so that is detrimental to all of us, right? So we have to pay attention and do what needs to be done. Also, if you have persons, and we know that the children are home, right, present, if you have persons, right, who suffer from, asthma and have any, respiratory problems and so, right, it will be wise, while the fogging is taking place, you remove them from the house and put them in a safe area that, they will not be affected much. Give them that opportunity to to breathe better and everything like that, because you don't want, the fogging taking place and it creates another problem, right, with a member of your family, right? So those persons in the lagoon, in the Paddock and lagoon area and the environments, today is your day. The Ministry of Health, right, will be there, okay, coming to you. Good morning to all our police officers, right, who have been doing an excellent job over the last couple of months, ensuring that, security and safety of our nations, wherever you are, right, in what division, from the Coast Guard, Immigration, SSU, RRU, and so the customs, the prison officers, and so members of the Royal Grenada Police Band. All of you, good morning to you, and to all the security persons right around our country whose primary task is to secure, right, persons of our nation and the nation. we want to say good morning to you and have a wonderful day. To our teachers who have, right now on vacation, teachers and principals, and so good morning to you. To our students, those of you who are in the summer school, and so those of you who are home, right? Good morning to you, and hope that you're having a wonderful day. And be mindful, right, of the festive season. Parents, guide, right, and protect your child or your children, right? Make sure that you know where they are during the day. Pay attention to them, right? Don't let them be helter-skelter all over the place doing nothing, right? If they're off in summer schools or wherever they are designated to go, ensure that they go and they return. Your child or your children is your prize, people. Don't play with that. And it's around the festive season, right? It's carnival, and so spice mass in the air. And the sort of, activities going around all around. The children will be attracted to a lot of things. So you got to be mindful, right? Pay attention to them and guide them, lead them in the best way possible. To our senior citizens out there, good morning to all of you, right? Wherever I usually call them our silver-headed people. Yeah. They're the senior citizens. They're the ones who made the path for us to be here at this point in time. Good morning to all of you. To our drivers, buses, and commuters all over the place, good morning to you. It's another morning with Hard Talk, and my name is Devon Romain. It's basically, I would say, an open line. You can call, share your concerns, and so whatever topic that we are about to discuss, and so you don't be afraid. Right? Give it a shot. Be part of this program. To those of you who have joined us on the live so far, good morning to you, wherever you are. What part of the diaspora? What part of Grenada? Right? You are. We want you to like and to share the live. Right? Ensure that we have a wider audience paying attention to us as we share. Strive to share the information, right, that comes from Grenada. Now, yesterday we started on a trend, right? Trying to identify some of our icons and some of our different areas that we need to pay attention to. And we looked around sports, we looked around culture, and areas that need attention and everything like that, I would really like to thank everyone who participated and give you your advice and everything like that. And it's so important, all right, for us to stay cultural, be aware of our surroundings as it concerns our culture. It is our history. We must never lose sight, right, of that. Spice Mass, right? I mean, it's that time of the year when you have all different types of activities, from panorama to the Calypso show, and so the soca and groovy, the Queen show. Today, I want to put a spotlight on the young ladies of our country, right? Those who are vying, right, for the Queen, in the Queen contest, right, for this Spice Mass. You have 7 beautiful young ladies representing the different parishes, right? A lot have not been said about them so far. Not enough, in my view, not enough publicity has been given to them. They have not been showcased as much as Grenada would like. We need to expose them some more. We need to let people know who they are, right? Who they represent, and everything like that. They are part of us. They are our daughters representing the different parishes with the intention of being the Queen, Spice Mass Queen 2019, right? And I have a list of the 7 beautiful ladies, right? Starting with the Sister Isle of Carriacou, right? Miss Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Christian Isaac. Christian Isaac comes from Carriacou, and she'll be representing the Sister Isle, right, of Carriacou and Petite Martinique in this year's Queen Show, which takes place at the Spice Basket, right? St. John's, Jessica Ferreira. Wow. Another beautiful young lady vying again for the Queen. All right? St. Patrick's, Rihanna Scott from St. Patrick's. St. George's, Carolyn Curtin. St. Mark's, Odessa Merriman. St. Andrews, Kishana Alexander. And St. David's, Lindy Fortune. So these are the 7 beautiful young ladies, right, that are vying in the Queen contestant this year. And we want you to recognize them. We want you to give them the support. Go out there. When you see them, make them feel welcome in whatever activity you go and they are part. Make them feel wanted. Let them know that they are ambassadors. Let them know that they are representing not just themselves, but Grenada. Right? Appreciate them. Show them some form of love. Make them feel part of something that Grenada appreciates. Spice Mass is not just any ordinary thing. It's our premier event. And having our young ladies representing the different parishes, right, in our country is a big field. They can move on to much bigger things. The opportunity is great for them. Right? The sky is the limit. Give them that support. Show them that love. Be part and part of the Queen Show. Support. Go out there, right, in the different parishes and support the contestants. Make them feel welcome. Let them know that they are appreciated in what they are doing. If you can help them in whatever way. And most of all, on that night, on that Thursday night, come out and show them the love. Come out and support. Chant for the different ladies from the different parishes. They need your support, right? They need to feel comfortable as ambassadors representing Grenada, because any one of them, any one of these beautiful ladies could be the winner, thus representing Grenada. And we have to be proud of that. They are all ambassadors. There can only be one queen, but they are all ambassadors, and we must be proud of them and show them that love. Right? When you see them passing in different motorcades and so, ensure that they feel welcome. Let them know what they're doing is not just being a queen, but being representatives of your country. And as young people, that goes a long way for them. A long way in their academic ability, in their continued cultural activities and so, and whatever they choose to go into as time goes on, right? Because they have a bright future ahead of them. So I'm urging you, support them. The 7 beautiful ladies, right, that will take part in the Spice Mass Carnival Queen, right, competition. Please go out there and support them. And I'll recap their names again, starting with Carriacou and Petit Martinique, right? Miss Chrisanne Isaac from Carriacou and Petit Martinique. St. John's, Jessica Ferreira. St. Patrick's, Rena Scott. St. George, Carolyn Curtin. St. Mark's, Miss St. Mark's, Odessa Merriman. Miss St. Andrews, Kishana Alexander. And Miss St. David, Lindy Fortune. So there you have it, people, the 7 beautiful ladies vying, right, for the Spice Mass Queen competition to represent Grenada, right, for the next year as ambassadors. And we have to be proud, right, of our young ladies, right? Go out there, support them, right? Another activity that needs our support, and we need to beef it up, is the whole question of Panorama. Panorama has been over the years, right, not, in my view, not getting the support, right, that it deserves. We can change that. We can change that by going out and supporting, right? Our junior panorama personnel, and so the senior panorama competitions, right? On Saturday, Carnival Saturday. Let's go out there, right? You have New Dimension, you have Pan Wizards, you have Angel Harps, you have Florida All Stars. There's a couple of names, I can't name them offhand. I'm not that familiar with all the names, so you have to bear with me. But my point is that we have seen over the years the low turnout, the low support, right, that has been given to Pan. We can change that. As a people, we can change that. Together with the young people, right, the organizers of Panorama, we can do much better. We can make it much more exciting to get people to come out and support Pan. Every steel band, and I think an initiative like that has already been out there. Every steel band, right, organization should be responsible for mobilizing a particular quota of persons and bring them out. It's not a difficult field. Most of the bands have almost 100 players. If every player encourage 2 or 3 of his or her peers to come out and support Panorama on that day, right, you will have a packed stadium. Persons coming out and support Panorama, right, on Carnival Saturday. Because we have, 8 or 9 bands, right? Rainbow City All Stars. If every single steel band player can attract 1, 2, or 3 persons to bring them in the stadium to support Pan, you will be amazed at the support that Pan will continue to get. Make no mistake about that. The support is out there, but we need to mobilize. We need to give people a purpose, a reason to get out there. Thus, I'm appealing to the different steel bands. Do your best. Give the patrons a reason to come out and support you. Pan was a big thing back in the 70s. I mean, not much band as there is now. But it was a big thing in the 70s and 80s. And so you had the support for the different bands. Persons used to come out from, even before the competition in different barnyards, you had hundreds of people going out and showing their support while the band practiced, giving them that encouragement that they can win. We need to return to something like that. We need to promote the art form a little bit more. We need to do that. So much support, right, can be given, right, to things like Pan. I mean, when you look at Soca Monarch and the Groovy Monarch, and so you will see that they have moved from one level to another. We need to return Pan and even Kaiso back to a level that is acceptable and is supported by almost everyone, every Kaiso lover, every Pan lover, right? Queen show lovers. We need to continue to encourage people to be part of all these things. It is our culture. If we don't support, we cannot encourage people to come out from the diaspora and support us. And you know the kind of support that we get during our Spice Mass celebration. Right? The economy of our country, right, get a bump when the Spice Mass. Thousands of people, right, Grenadians who have been living and working abroad return home to come and have fun with their family, thus creating a bumper summer right here in Grenada. The hotels are filled, the rentals, right, the businesses. And so Spice Mass Corporation itself benefits because of the support. So it's not just about the steel band and the Kaisonian, but it's about Grenada. The injection, the economic development that goes on within these couple of months, that Spice Mass is in progress. And we must never lose sight of that. The end game, what benefits that comes to our country when we have an activity like Spice Mass. Millions of dollars, perhaps hundreds of millions of dollars comes into our economy through the different sectors. Right? So many things that happen during that time. And we have to appreciate it. Thus, we have to make sure that we secure it. As a people, we have to continue to support. We have to be continue to be mindful of the security risk that comes with that activity. And as the members of the Royal Grenada Police Force are always, right, always making sure, right, that they come to the public before, during, right, and encourage people to obey the rules, to assist the police. They give you tips as to what you must do when you're leaving your home. Very important. If every single Grenadian, and we know it's difficult, can adhere to the rules and regulations that govern Spice Mass, can pay attention to the security aspects that comes with Spice Mass, I think we will continue to have a bumper and a much better Spice Mass celebration. Because without security and safety, right, it will not get bigger. That is why we need to support the members of the Royal Grenada Police Force, who over the years has ensured that Grenadians and Grenada on a whole is safe when it comes to our activities. Support them. Give them that support to do their duty. The roadblocks, the check-in for the alcohols, and so for the weapons, right, for keeping the peace. We must be there with them side by side. Without us, it cannot be possible. If we do not show our love and our support for the law enforcement of our country, things cannot get done as we want it to. And then we turn around and blame government. Then we turn around and blame the police for not being there. When we ourselves create conditions to harm our own selves and then blame others. No. We need to come together. We need to work together as a people, right, in situations like this. If we want to continue to have a bumper festival, if we want to continue to market Spice Mass to the millions of people out there, as a people, we must take part. We must do our part. We must be able to market Spice Mass, and not just Spice Mass, but Grenada on a whole to the outside world. Give them reasons to come to Grenada. Yes, the safest place on the island in the whole world, in my view. But that is not enough. We have to continue to promote the different cultural activities that happens here in Grenada. Spice Mass, which happens to be one of them around this time. The sporting activities that happens during the year. Right, get them involved in yachting. Let them see the beauty of our country. What we have here. So when they come here and they spend their hard-earned money, they must go back saying, yes, we did not spend a bad dollar. But as a matter of fact, we will be returning to Grenada next year, right, to continue our vacation. That is what we want to hear from persons who might be visiting for the first time. That they continue to come year and year and year, right? So I really want to urge us as a people to continue to support Spice Mass and all the activities related to Spice Mass. We must be mindful that we are one people. We must continue to preach unity. We must continue to stay together, appreciate each other. Thus we'll be able to get much more done, right, for our country, right, and the future of our country. So, over the last couple of weeks, we'd have heard in the news and so that CARICOM heads have been meeting and so in St. Lucia, and a range of discussions took place, from security to unity to business-related activities and so, right, within CARICOM. And as a people, we must pay attention to what goes on, what will affect us, right? So we must pay attention to news and to what are the decisions that were taken, right, during those CARICOM meetings, those that went and those to come, what will happen. One of the things that has been affecting parts of the Caribbean, especially the southern part of the Caribbean, is the whole question of the Venezuelan crisis, the Venezuelan situation. Shouldn't say a crisis, but a situation, right, of instability in Venezuela, where you have the different political parties locked, right, in discussions and so even demonstrations, right, against the government, for and against the government. CARICOM position continues to be non-interference in the internal affairs of this country. Mediation, talks, discussion is the only way, the only viable way. In Grenada's view and in CARICOM's view, that's the position. And as a people, we must give the support to our country, the leaders of our country, to ensure, right, that the democratic process within the Caribbean continues. Venezuela is a democratic country. Its leaders has been elected through the ballot box. Some of us may not like it, but it's a system that the people of Venezuela put together. Let them solve it. We as a people and the Caribbean can only help, right, by stretching out our hands and say, look, we are willing to be persons to accommodate you in your discussions. Barbados, right, has been chosen for the next meeting between the different factions, government and opposition, right, within Venezuela, right, very soon, right? The Norwegian government has given their intention to help mediate. No, that is good. That is a good start. And we must give support to things like that. Because when situations like that affect countries like Venezuela, which is very close to us at Grenada, right, it will soon affect us. So we have to pay particular attention to the developments. What are the things, what are the measures taking place to help our Venezuelan brothers and sisters, right, in what is going on? Whatever support we can give to them as a people, as a Caribbean people, as a nation, Grenada, whatever support that they need and we can give, let us give. The Venezuelan government and people over the years has been giving support to a lot of Caribbean people in different ways. Through the Petro-Carib, right, through assistance, right, when there were disasters and so in some of the countries. We need to give them the support. We must not take sides, but we must ensure that mediation continues and an amicable solution to that situation is resolved and resolved quickly, because the people of Venezuela is the ones, right, that are feeling the pinch. They are the ones affected most. We always say that the leaders of countries and so don't feel what the average struggling people, right, of countries face. And so we have to be mindful of that and show our support as a people, right, and as a grouping of countries, the Caribbean countries. Let us give our brothers and sisters in Venezuela all the support we can. Let us help them negotiate. Let us help them bring a peaceful solution to what is going on in their country. They have been there for us. It is our time, our chance to repay in whatever way we can. We can't do much, but whatever we can, let us give it our best. Right? Let us do our best to ensure, right, that we are there for the people of Venezuela and not just shun them away and say, oh, that's their business. And so they didn't say that when we needed help, and they stretch their hands and help us. At times, sometimes, as a people, right, we have to learn to respect and to respond to good things and to show our appreciation. Right? And so that is one of the ways that we can support. Be part of the discussions. when it comes to Venezuela. Give the ideas. Our ideas might not be the best, but it can be a start. Ultimately, it will be the people of Venezuela, right, that will ensure that betterment come to their country. Let us not play that we want to be the big stick and decide for the people of Venezuela. No, we can't. They must decide for themselves. Right? Make no mistake about that. We're staying around this spice mask because yesterday we triggered a particular conversation where we wanted to recognize a number of persons responsible and so for different cultural and sporting activities in our country who excel, right? Who left a mark in Grenada, right, for our young ones to follow. It's very important for us to give support, right, to initiatives like that and to ensure that these persons who have contributed, they are recognized in whatever way that we can. We have mentioned a number of persons, but culture stands out. We in the festive season, Carnival, right? And when you look at the contribution made by a number of our Calypsonians in the past, right? The St. Andrews Development Organization has embarked on an initiative to give recognition to 3 stalwarts within the Calypso arena. Timpo, Teller, Tangler, the 3 T's. In my view, that's an excellent initiative. And we must give support to that. Right? Whatever they decide to do for these 3 icons, in my view, must be appreciated, must be supported by our people. These persons, these artists over the years, right, has contributed before their demise. They have lifted Grenada's standard of soca and calypso to a different level. They have given the young artists at this point in time a platform to sing on or to continue promoting culture. These are the things that we must remember and appreciate and give support, right, to groups and organizations who decides, right, to recognize persons who contributed to the development of culture in our country, all right? And these 3 icons, in my view, is well pinpointed and recognized. They have contributed over the years. Teller, right? Look at the number of contributions that he has made towards the development of CISO within our country over the years, for a number of years. Tangler, Timpo. That's a start. There are many more initiatives that we can do, but that is a start, and I really want to compliment those in St. Andrews, right, who decided to embark on something like that. It must be complimented and it must be supported to continue to recognize persons who have given their life to the art form. And that's just a start. We have Wizard who have, this year, 50 years within the art form. That's an enormous feat for somebody to go through. 50 years in singing Kaiso. That means he used to be singing Kaiso since he was early teenager, 12, 13, 14. Could be later than that. I don't know his gentleman's age. But that is to show you how long this man and others has dedicated themselves, right? And so, to the art form, we have to continue to recognize them. We have to continue to recognize them, right? And again, I just want to say good morning to all of you who have joined us on the live, and give us a call, right? The number is 440-7377 and 347-329-3101. My name is Devon Romain. I'm solo today. Sheldon is not with us today, right? He's preparing to attend the funeral of his uncle. So we are all in sympathy and share and give him the support all right, at this point in time. All right, so to all of you who are wondering, oh, it's Devon alone, yeah, Sheldon has not disappeared, but he has personal matters to deal with, all right, and so he'll be here most likely with us tomorrow, please the Lord, right, for us to continue our duo, right, with the Hard Talk program. So give us a call. It's an open line, right? Discuss whatever you want. I would really like if we concentrate on the whole area of culture and so on. Let me hear your feedback on a number of things that affect us culturally. Or you may want to have another discussion. Feel free.
All right, okay.
Good morning and welcome. Hello. Good morning to you, Kami.
Morning, Mr. Romain.
And how are you doing this morning?
Good morning, and how are you doing, sir?
Good, not too bad.
Good morning to Mr. Scott, wherever he is. Well, I know you're going to the uncle today.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I tune in there, and I'm listening to you from the time you start to speak to now. And you talk concerning about the police. We have to try and help the police. Sheldon, to be honest with you, I ain't telling them police nothing right now. Because the neighborhood I'm living in, and I go and tell the police, well, look what's going on with certain neighbors and their children. Then I will arrest you. The police will tell them who tell you. So you can't give them no information. You cannot give them information, Mr. Devon, Mr. Romain, because you're going to have a hard time in your neighborhood. Next thing they burn down me house. Next thing they stone me. Me, I ain't telling them nothing. I ain't telling them not. If I had any intention to give them a little information, I'm not doing it. Because they'll call your name. They'll say who tell you. I call the police. At time with a neighbor that burning grass around my house and smoking up all my clothes. You know what I do? They tell the lady, Miss Kami just called. And I was in the house when they come. And they say, Miss Kami just called. Somebody call you and you come and speak to the people. So I don't have no confidence in them. Sorry. I'm not telling you. I see certain things in my area, and I am not telling them because they will say I see. And next thing again, concerning Mr. WeiVybz. To be honest speaking, for the years Mr. WeiVybz singing Calypso, making contribution in the upcoming Grenada, they should have made him an ambassador.
Well, he
They
is
should
an
have made him an ambassador for the amount of years
Kami.
he's singing Calypso in Grenada.
Kami, he is an ambassador.
And I don't care what nobody call back and say.
Kami.
WeiVybz singing, sister, young girl, another man singing Calypso.
Kami. You listen.
Nobody can Carnival Queen.
Kami.
Carnival Queen show now is not nice.
Kami.
I don't see a poster around town to see what the queens look like. Long then they used to have pictures, they stick it up on butter, they stick it up on Nikki's store, and you can see the young lady that's going up for queen. Yeah. He's an ambassador?
He is an ambassador. Yeah. He is an ambassador, Kami.
I hear you. Yes, sir. Yes, Devon, I listen you speak. Yes.
You listen to me on the phone, not on the... Listen to me on the phone and not the radio. All right, Kami?
Anyhow, I say what to say if I make any error. You all have to forgive me for that, but I don't know what's going on.
No problem.
Carnival is not Carnival as before. It's not as before.
All right, Kami. Have a wonderful morning, sweetheart.
I hear you.
All right.
Well, anyhow, good morning to Patty and everybody in England and America. Grenada is nice today, nice sunshine. I am not listening to you. I'm listening to you on the phone, Devon. I ain't listening to you on the radio. My radio playing, but I ain't listening to you on the radio.
All right.
To you on my phone.
Okay, Kami. Have a wonderful...
I just want to say hi to Patty and everybody in England and America and Canada.
All right, sweetheart.
Have a blessed day, Grenada.
You too, darling, and take care.
Bye-bye.
All right. Yeah, just to reiterate to Kami, WeiVybz is already an ambassador, so he is. So we need not to make him another ambassador. he earns it, deserved it, and so. All right. Good morning to all of you on the live. Carol, good morning to you, and all those at the Paddy's, the staff at Paddy's. Good morning to you, and hope you're having a wonderful day, and so. All right. We have a number of a listing of Grenada's cultural ambassadors, a number of persons who have already, right, been who is cultural ambassadors, right, in Grenada. We have Mr. Elwin McQuilkin, the Black Wizard, Calypso, right, since November 2006. Edson Mitchell, the Ajamo, Randy Isaac, Elimus Gilmot, Wilt Cambridge, Talpree, David Edwards Peck, Finley Jeffrey Scholar, all right, Mr. Francis Uras Peters. Well, all that is part of culture, but that's drama in particular. All right, Mr. Ricardo Keynes Douglas, Popular Theatre. All right, so Winston Fleury, Folk Culture. Mr. Lazarus Antoine Mass. Okay. Miss Merle Collins, Literature. Mr. Hollis Mapp, Mr. Killer. Mr. Shirley Simpson, Gospel Music. Mr. Jalen Olive, Boise, Soca. All right, Mr. Sean Delamadi, Dash. Mr. Javon John, Vaughn, Soca. Mr. Hector Thomas, Mr. Legs, Soca. Mr. Degan Henry, Little Natty. Mr. Neelan Williams, Thunder. All right, and Mr. Mandela McDonald, Mandela Links. So these are the list of persons, right, that are cultural ambassadors, right, from Grenada. And we should get to know them more, and I think the Cultural Foundation or those responsible should ensure that listing continue to be publicized so persons know, right, who are the cultural ambassadors, who are the persons that are being recognized in different fields in culture, right, in our country, right? Because they need not just the recognition of Spice Mass or even the government, but the people must know, right, who they are and what they represent, right? And thus they can give them more their respect, and so as time goes on. All right? And so hey, there you had it, a listing of the cultural ambassadors that we have so far. So Kami, Mr. Elwin McQuilkin, the Black Wizard, he is, right, one of them. All right? Good morning again to all of you who have just joined us, right? Wherever you are, be part. Those of you on the live, like and share, all right? Ensure that, everyone is part of this discussion at this point in time, all right? A number of things that, couple of things that takes place this weekend. We have the continuation, right, of Spice Mass activities, right, down there at the Tantine Netball Complex. We have the Groovy preliminaries taking place, right, down there from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A number of our artists will be vying to get a semi-final place, okay? And so go out and show your support, right? The admission is $10. Last weekend, we had the soca artists, over 100 plus of them taking part, and it came down to 30. 30 of them will be vying for a spot in the final. They will take part in the semi-final, which is carded for St. Andrews, right? Progress Park, sometime coming up to the end of this month, right? So in all the activities and so taking place, go out and support Spice Mass. Also to note, and so we had last weekend, we had the Honorable Peter David in the United Kingdom, right? And so having a discussion, having a meeting, a get-together with the persons in the diaspora in England and so, all right? And I know the people out there would have come out and show their support, ask questions, find out, what is Grenada doing economically in whatever way, share their concerns and so on. And the minister would have the opportunity to dialogue with them, to interact, And that is what we have to continue to do. We have so much support out there in the diaspora. We just have to tap into them, right, and get their input in a number of things, right? We are continuing to build our healthcare, right, much stronger. We need the support of a lot of our diaspora personnel, right? Our agricultural sector, our tourism sector, right? The diaspora, and so it's key towards that. Tourism is key when it comes to the diaspora. And so we must continue to engage the diaspora, continue to link them, be part of the different organizations, let them understand that the importance of them assisting, right, Grenada in different areas, right? Through academics, there are persons out there who are professionals and want to help. And so, good morning and welcome. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, my friend.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, I'm hearing you. Go right ahead. Listen to me on the phone and listen to me on the phone and not your radio.
Yeah, listen to you.
Okay, so go right ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if I late for the show, but I'm looking at the brother here, and I would like to make a comment to it. To be talking to the pan and see what is a musician. I would like to, make a comment and talk to him and think. Which one? Who's that? Sheldon?
No,
can you correct me?
No, it's not Sheldon. It's Devon that's there. Sheldon is out today.
Oh, Devon. Okay, Devon. Yes. Yeah, Devon. According from New York.
Yes, go right ahead. We're listening to you.
Huh?
Go right ahead and make your contribution. Wow. You're not hearing us as, you're not, pay attention to us, and we're sorry that we have that sort of, tangle. But those of you who are calling, listen to us on the phone. Let's carry out a conversation on the phone and not on the radio, right? We appreciate every single call because we need the information, we need your contribution, and we want everyone to participate in the development of our country. This is a medium, right, provided by the new National Party to ensure, to engage persons in discussion, to share information, right, to let Grenadians know about the development that is taking place in our country, where we were, where we are, and where we are going. Very important. We have to continue to engage our people, right? Let them know what is going on in our country. Let us share the facts, right? Not fake news and innuendos. Let us get the facts and share it, and let's have a dialogue that all of us can appreciate and go away feeling comfortable that we all on the same page. We will not agree on everything, but we can agree to have a discussion to move forward. That we can do. Right? So I want us to partake. I have a list of the activities and so that will take place. We have another caller. Good morning and welcome. Good morning. Hello. Okay, sorry we lost that caller. Well, the line is open. All right, continue. And so let us interact. All right. Friday, July 12th to the 14th, Groovy Monarch quarterfinals. On Tuesday, the 16th, right? Tuesday the 16th to the 22nd, the Carriacou 10th judging. Friday, July 19th, Carnival City. Because every weekend, every Friday, right, Carnival City goes on right up until, right, the last Friday. Good morning and welcome.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir, and welcome.
Hello?
Yes, I'm listening to
Hello?
you. Hello?
Hello?
Good morning and welcome. I don't know, we have a slightly, a little problem there as to how we connect. But let's continue, right? Try to listen. Let's carry out a conversation on the phone, right? Lower your radio. You don't have to listen yourself on the radio. Lower your radio and let's carry out a conversation, right, on the phone. Good morning and welcome. Good morning. Okay, apparently we missed that caller. So I'll continue with the information, right? as I was saying, Carnival City takes place every Friday, right? With the exception of this Friday coming when you have the Groovy and so, which is part of the whole Carnival City program anyways, right? And last Friday, but it will continue, right? On the Thursday the 25th, right? Groovy Monarch semifinals. That's the 25th of July, Thursday. On Friday the 26th, Soca Monarch semifinals. I've not seen a venue here, but I think the venue, which was last year, it was Progress Park, and I think it's still, based on information I've gathered, it is still in Progress Park, St. Andrews. On Saturday the 27th, Traditional Mass Festival, right? Also Saturday the 27th of July, you have a Junior Calypso semifinals. On Saturday, August 3rd, you have Children Carnival Frolic. All right, that's at the Queen's Park. Thursday, August 8th, National Queen Show. On Friday, the 9th of August, Soca and Groovy Monarch. Saturday, August 10th, SMC Junior and Senior Panorama. Sunday, August 11th, the March Gras, Calypso Finals, and the King and Queen of the band judging and everything like that. On Monday the 12th, Juve Pageant and Monday Night Mass. And on Tuesday, August 13th, we ended up with the Parade of the Bands, including bands from all parishes last lap. Okay? So this is just a breakdown of some of the activities that has and is going to take place for the Spice Mass program. Right? We will continue to air and to give that information as we continue on this program, right? To inform you so you can plan and be part of the different activities. You may not be able to go all, but whichever one that you want to support, go out and give your support, right? So you can plan and be a part of Spice Mass, right? It is our thing. Let us show the love. Let us give the support to the Panorama, to the Queen Show, right? The Groovy and Soca Monarch, right? The March Gras, the Juve. Let us go out there as patriotic Grenadians and continue to support and be part, right, of what is ours. Traffic and security, and all of that falls right within the realm of the Royal Grenada Police Force. And we know that they have already rolled out their plan for the festive season, and we really want you, I've been urging, to give them your support and to cooperate with them, especially the drivers on the roads at different times within that 24-hour period of the day. Those of you only drive in the night and sleep in the day. Those of you drive in the day and still drive in the night and don't sleep at all. So you see, I'm basically coming to a pattern, right? It is the question of the security on the road, the attentiveness, right? We want to support the police, right, in continuing to appeal to our drivers to pay attention, be mindful when you are driving on the road. Do not drink and drive. Do not use your cell phone while you're driving. Pay attention to pedestrians, right? Pay attention to the vehicle in front of you, right? These small little tips, right, could either decide whether you live or you die, or somebody else lives or die. We have been seeing a number of vehicular accidents within our country within the last couple of months, more than we had before. And they're expecting, because we have much more vehicles. We have much more drivers on our roads, right? We don't have new roads. We don't have wider roads. So it is expecting that so much drivers on our roads, right, using the same road, have to vie, have to compete. But in doing so, we have to be very patient. We have to be careful. We have to be considerate to the other person driving, considerate to the pedestrians, and so, right? That is how we can do it. You don't drink and drive, right? Have a designated driver when you come from a different party, different activities during Spice Mass. You know you are the driver and you think you have one or two much to drink, designate somebody else to drive you home. Or you park your vehicle and relax. That's why we on this program always continue to compliment, right, Mr. Richard Strong and his insurance company, right, for ensuring over the last couple of years, for creating different spots within the activities to sober up people, right? If you think you're tired and you need something to refresh yourself, a cup of coffee, a hot tea, some water to drink, you can relax underneath that tent and take a 5 before you go behind that wheel again. These are initiatives that we must commend, right? And try to continue every year and every activity. And so we have to support that, because if we continue to put things in place to minimize, right, on the type of vehicular accident or the cause of it, right, if we can basically put things in place to avoid accidents from happening, right, the work of the police officers will be much easier, and they will be able to divert their attention to much more pressing matters. I think it is incumbent on us as drivers to pay attention, right, to the road regulations, the traffic. Don't keep on violating the traffic violations and expect the police to give you a pass. You may not be lucky every time. You have to be considerate. You must adhere to our laws, right, of our traffic laws of our country. And I really want to appeal to all, no matter where activity that you take part during the Spice Mass celebration, do it responsibly. Do it with a purpose. Do it to ensure that you don't put other lives in danger. Be mindful, because you do not want your life to be in danger, right? Show that, extend that courtesy to another person, either the other driver or to the pedestrians. And so, right, assist people. We have to ensure, right, that we are our brother's keepers. The whole question of security during the festive season and security totally, right? We must continue to ensure that wherever we go, whatever we do during this festive season, right, that we take security in mind. From the time we are about to leave our homes, we must make sure that our homes are secure. Do not leave keys anywhere stranding in flower pot and all these type of things, right? If you can, don't. Change up. If you have to leave a key somewhere, right, your family member must know, and it must not be in a place that anybody could recognize, right? Put away all your valuables away from your windows, from visible sides. Don't leave things to encourage persons to get into your house. Yes, it's illegal, but there are persons out there who would prey on individuals, right, who do not secure their property. Good. We want to continue, together with the Royal Grenada Police Force, right, to pay attention to these tips, right? Secure your homes, ensure your windows and your doors are locked. You leave in and night will take you outside, ensure that you leave a light on that will signal either you home or someone can see if any activity is taking place in your surroundings. Be your neighbor's keepers. These are very, very important things. This can determine if you spend a good or a bad festive season. Things like that could turn your whole life upside down, right? If you're not cautious, if you do not take precautions, right, on your number of activities that you continue to do over the holiday. And so it is so, so important, right, to know of these tips. The security of your home, of your family, your children, right, the elderly, your pets. Ensure, right? Because all sorts of things happen. There will be more vehicular movements over these couple of weeks and months throughout the different villages and so. We have to be cautious. Drivers, be careful. The police will be out doing what they do best. Cooperate with them. I understand there are persons who may not want to give information to the police from time to time. But it is not something that we must continue to encourage. You have to share information. Good morning and welcome.
Hello?
Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, boss, I'm calling with the program.
Yes, you're welcome. Make a contribution. Yes, go right ahead.
I'm hardly hearing you, sir.
No, I'm saying listen to me, talk to me on the phone.
Yeah.
Right, so go right ahead. I'm hearing you. So
Okay.
you go right ahead, yes.
I think, well, I agree with what Romain is saying now, Devon. I also wanted to add to that, that persons should be mindful of the beach. You know, when you're on the beach, pay particular attention to those kids. And, you know, we at the ministry, we have, you know, some very good apps that we endorse that people can actually use, you know, to even administer basic CPR, you know, techniques and things. So just in case something happens, instead of you grabbing your phone and going and video what he's doing to get a couple likes on Facebook, take the apps with you. Look at the apps. There are a number of apps. St. John's Ambulance Brigade, you have CDC, you have a number of them. We at the Ministry of Health can also point you into that direction. What app can be used? I have used them. Sometimes if you're having an asthma attack, it will give you basic things that you could do to help save a life. If someone is drowning or is choking, it will tell you what are the basic things that you could do to help save a life. And this is very important. Devon, I cannot say how happy I am here hearing you doing that this morning and talking about security and safety on all levels. I think this is well timed, and kudos, bro. And please, people, instead of you, as I said, instead of you want to video someone jungling, you know, to get a couple likes on Facebook, to be the first person to post it on Facebook, you're not a media person, but you might be able to save a life. And I think you will get more likes in trying and save a life than getting, like, you know, in trying and video someone dying when you could have at least helped that person. One love, bro.
Thank you, sir, and well said. All right. Yeah, valuable information coming from the Ministry of Health. See, and when we pay attention, when we follow, right? I mean, things from the different ministries. For example, typical example, the Ministry of Health, right? They have apps that can direct you. Those of us who are phone savvy and love to use our phone, right? As the officer said, who love to use our phone to do all sorts of things. Let us use these things timely to ensure that we protect lives, right? Browse through the Ministry of Health page and so on, and secure some of these apps so you can know how to assist someone in the case if they are being attacked by asthma, right? And so, first aid tips, and so how to save somebody, give them CPR if they are drowning, if you know something happened to them. These are information that we need to continue to share to our people, to our young ones, get them involved. It sounds simple, but it is very important because it will save lives. It will save your child's life. It could save your life. Get our children involved in things like that, right? Don't say that our child is too young for them to understand how to do CPR, right? Or to assist. They are phone savvy. You let them be aware of some of the information that they can get, right, via the phone. Good morning and welcome.
Mr. Romain.
Good morning to you, sir.
Special morning to you, sir.
And thank you.
And good morning to your listening audience. Now, Mr. Romain, I I have seen some things on Facebook here that in terms of a meeting at the GSS this evening. I don't know if how factual it is or if you receive such information.
The meeting concerning
Huh?
concerning
Concerning the 4 parliamentarians for St. Andrews that will be at the GSS this evening.
well, to be honest with you, I heard a couple of perhaps last week about our pending meeting, but I have no information that I can share or basically put some clarity to that.
Okay. So,
No?
Mr. Roman, let me better understand. Now, the information I'm seeing is there is a meeting at the GSS this evening, and it's where the four parliamentarians from St. Andrews will be there.
Okay.
And what you are telling me, as one of the presenters on Hard Talk, you have no such information.
No,
That's what you're telling me.
I don't. I don't have such information. I cannot verify. I cannot say yes or no to that meeting. I'm being very honest.
I do hope before the program is over,
I can
you
get some
understand
clarity.
that,
Yes.
somebody will call and give us some more information on that. Because
I
it
would,
will be very disappointing that if we have something like that taking place this evening
and we don't have
at the
persons out.
GSS and Hard Talk, which is the flagship program of the NNP. Nobody there has that information.
You're so right. And I hope before the end of the program, once the meeting is scheduled and is started, I would love for anyone who has that information to share it with us. So we can,
Devon?
Yes, my friend.
Whilst we are on that, St. Mary's RC in Lafayette is my alma mater. And based on my street experience in terms of growing up and dealing with people, sometimes it baffles me that people who are more learned, you understand, based on some people academic qualification, I falls in the category like I never went to school. So I just be surprised when certain things are happening and people who are much more learned than I am, are not providing the information in a timely manner for it to be disseminated. Now, Mr. Romain, in Mount Horn, it's a very sad day for us today. And it's a very sad day for the community because we have lost a good guy. It's a young man I know very well, and he's a good guy. So let me just say here, while I extend my sympathy to the family, it is also a family that I know is quite familiar with the book. And as a result of that, it is important that we all know that death is not the opposite of life, but rather it is a part of life. Now, Mr. Roman, listen to this, because sometimes people just kind of get mixed up, with when one unfortunate things or two unfortunate things happen and they try to put it against the whole big picture. Let me wrap up here by saying, yes, the NNP is not perfect. They have made mistakes, and they have made mistakes that is very costly to us. They have not walked around with white robes. Most of us have skeleton in our closet, so we must be careful how we pelt stones, because we might not like the stones that are thrown at us. Mr. Romain, I'm saying all of this to say that, yes, NNP is not perfect. Yes, NNP have made mistakes. And yes, there is a lot that needs to be done and get done in Grenada. But the bottom line is that the alternative, that's where my issue lies. The alternative, they are not operating like a group of people that we can trust to do anything different or anything better than what this present administration is doing. And as a result of that, we are left with no other choice but to support this present administration and listen to the voices of those who complain on a daily basis, not offering us a viable solution, not offering us a viable alternative to what we have. Because our experience is that they keep on complaining, castigating, and doubting the ability of this government to do the right thing, while at the same time offering us no viable solution and no viable alternative to what we have. As a result of that, yes, we know we have problems. And yes, we know we have a lot of things to get done that have not been done. But at the same time, the alternative is not the solution, because they are not providing us with any viable solutions towards the problems that we face. Mr. Romain, I trust you will have a pleasant afternoon, my brother, and make sure that you find out before the program is over, so you can let people know that what is taking place at the GSS this afternoon.
Most
have
definitely.
a pleasant day, sir.
You too, my friend. Yes, and I can confirm, right? This afternoon and before the program is done, in the next couple of minutes, I'm able to give you a time. I can confirm that there is a meeting at the school at the school in the lane and GSS, right? It's a parish meeting, okay, where you will have the 4 ministers or the 4 parliamentary representatives from St. Andrews. Also, you will have the members from the Ministry of Finance, also from the NIS, and some of the things that will be discussed, right, within that parish meeting. And we expect persons in the different constituencies, the 4 constituencies, to show up and make their contributions, right, when it comes to the national insurance, right, the national health insurance, right, that is being proposed, and so on, and other things that affect you as an individual within the parish, right? So be a part of that meeting. As the time goes on, I will give you that time when the meeting starts, and more information as it comes. So yes, I can confirm that there is the meeting at the GSS today, right, this afternoon, right? It's a parish meeting, right? Not a party meeting or such, but it's a parish meeting, right, with the 4 parliamentary representatives, the members from the Ministry of Finance, and the National Insurance Scheme, right, and the different discussions on the different proposal of the health insurance and other matters that definitely would affect you, right, as parishioners, right? So go out there, all right, and be a part of that meeting. And I said, I will confirm the time before we leave here this afternoon, right? And we have a couple of minutes and so on. I just wanted to continue to touch on the whole question of safety and security during our festive season, and by extension, right, the security of individuals as they live their lives. Now, during our festive seasons, we see all sorts of things happening, right, and so on. One of the things that I want us to zero in, right, for a minute, is the whole question of the behavioral pattern, right, of persons. And I don't want to say young persons and stress, but persons participating in the different activities during Spice Mass. And not only Spice Mass, but other activities and so. The irresponsible behavior of persons, right, what they does during these activities that can affect others, right? The whole question of how you dress, the nudity that some of us want to get involved in, dressing and so on, going out to entice other persons and so. But at the same time, putting your life in danger. I'm speaking of some of our women, right? The type of dress that we want to go out with and so, and expect that nobody wouldn't be paying attention and not looking, right? And so it is your right to wear what you want, but you have to be mindful, right, of where you are going, right, and the crowd of persons that you are around, right, and the signal that you're sending, right. Be very, very careful. Be very careful of who you accept drinks from, even some food. Who give it to you, right? Because you have persons who are reckless and irresponsible, right, and it's a criminal act that continues to go around spiking other people's drink. And so putting tabs, different type of tabs, medication and so, to make persons dizzy and whatever, make them not know themselves during these activities. We want that practice to stop, all right? And we must not continue to protect persons who practice these type of things. Report them to the police, because it could be your daughter or your son that could be in danger. Do not know who is doing these things and protect them, because they may turn on you one day. We have to be very careful, right? Of these are the practices, and so that goes on every time. And every festive season, you find some persons being affected. We want you to be on the lookout. Pay attention to what you drink, what you eat, who you lime with, who you drive with. The company you keep is very, very important, right? During this festive season, right? The sexual behavior that takes place around these activities. We want to caution persons, right, of those type of behaviors, right? We understand the different types of disease, right? Sexual-oriented disease that is out there. We want to protect ourselves. If you know that you have multiple partners, you have to learn to protect yourself, right? Be responsible when you have sex. Yes, it is a word that some of us want to shy from, but we continue to do it and be vulgar and irresponsible while doing it. And so, we have to protect ourselves. We have to know what we are doing. We have to give advice to our younger ones, and even to those of us who claim to be senior citizens or elderly persons and should set an example. They are not doing it. So we have to protect ourselves against all these things. Ensure that persons be mindful, right, of some of the activities that they get themselves involved in. My God, we are all Grenadians. We have to learn to protect ourselves. When the carnival over, what happens? What happens to some of us when we exercise our right and have all sorts of nude behavior and reckless behavior? When that activity or that season, the festive season, is done, when we have to go back to teach, when we have to go back to school, when we have to go back to work in the banks, when we have to go back to work at the different ministries, different places where we provide services, how do you expect people to look at us when they just see us a couple of days exercising the most irresponsible of behaviors during a festive time? It reflects on your character after a while. It affects you. It affects your employment status. I want us to continue to be responsible in all the activities that we do during the festive times. Protect our young ones. Don't let our young people get involved in sexual activities when you know it's illegal. They are underage. And those of you, men or women, who continue to encourage our young underage children to get involved in sexual activities when it's illegal, must be reported and be prosecuted, and I'm dead serious. We have to continue to protect our young ones, right? To prolong themselves in the right way. They are not ready for that yet. They are young persons who want to have fun, but have fun responsible. We, the elder ones, are there to guide them, not to abuse them and to use them. And that goes across the board, men and women who are involved in activities to brutalize sexually and otherwise our young people. There must be nowhere for you to hide when it comes to the law. You involved in these type of activities, the law must find you wherever you are. And I make no bones about that. There are those of us who continue to be irresponsible and disrespect and destroy our young people, the future of our country. This must not be tolerated. And we must continue to give the different organizations, and especially the police, the security forces, the ammunition, the evidence, right, to cut all these activities that is being practiced by some of us in this society. Some of us wait until these time come around to prey on our young people, destroy them. It could be your child, the one that you are destroying. Those of us who are guilty of these activities, be mindful that the one that you destroy may be somebody else's child. But remember, you may have a child, a boy or a girl, that may soon experience that kind of. Would you like that? Would you like that to happen to your family? Or could be a family member. What would you do? Be careful what you practice and be careful what you do. You do not want these things to come back to haunt you. Karma is a hell of a thing. We continue to practice these type of activities on our young children and expect that there is no consequences. And I will continue to appeal to the lawmakers. Continue to put stiffer penalties that make sense. Penalty that will create a reaction, a change in persons' behavior as they continue life. Persons make mistakes, and we have to forgive. But we have to put the tools in place to ensure that these mistakes must never happen again, especially to our young one. Fellow Grenadians, I speak to you here not as a political activist, but as a Grenadian, one who is concerned of our behaviors, of our practices, and so around these festive times. We have to be mindful. We have to be more educated. We have to be more protective of the value of our children and our citizens on a whole. Grenada belongs to us. The beauty of this country will only be maintained if we as a people continue to practice good behaviors, show good examples to not just our people, but for those who want to come to visit. It must be a time, an experience for persons that they must never forget. The good experience, enjoying the food, the cultural activities, the warmness of its people. We must continue to portray that and not display some of the worst type of behaviors that we could think about. Yes, we have fun, we drink, we eat. We must know our limits. We must know what we can see and what we cannot see. We must know how to approach people. We must know how to accommodate persons in distress during these activities. I urge you. Good morning and welcome.
Hey, good morning, Devon.
Good morning, my friend.
How are everything?
Not too bad.
Yeah, brothers, Devon, I share your sentiment that as adults, we have to respect and discipline ourselves. Remember, we adults are parents, And we have to set an example for our children and for the young people. And I always say, a policeman and a teacher. If a teacher of school on holiday, she's still a teacher.
Of course.
She still is a teacher. So she have to demonstrate the respect while she's on holiday. She had on the respect. She had her respect when she in her class. A policeman of duty, in duty, on duty, had to demonstrate that respect. As adult, we have to demonstrate that respect to the younger ones. Many times we want to the young people, but then we, the adult, doing things that is not right and disrespecting authority. So I asking the Grenadian people in general, respect is not only for a certain amount of months. And when Carnival reach, we want to be walking the road naked, and then when Carnival over, we want to go back in the classroom and want to teach children to respect ourselves. We have to demonstrate that respect and discipline and a good example when forever and ever. So I will call upon the young ladies, the parents, and everyone to demonstrate that respect and continue to demonstrate that respect forever. Don't lay down your guard.
Right.
And I always say, for security and safety, we have to be careful because when we see the season on, people will try to do all things rob, so we have to make sure we protect ourselves, protect our household. All right?
All
Because
right.
if you lay down your guard, then you give the thief an opportunity to come in and do what they want. So I want to say it to Grenadian people as they celebrate the festive season. Make sure that they demonstrate that respect and that discipline among themselves.
All right, my friend.
That it is not for a season, but this respect and discipline is forever. It's something that we should maintain forever and ever.
All right.
So, Brother Devon, you have a wonderful day. God bless.
You too, my friend. Hey, and we are fastly coming to the end of the program. It's just a minute past. And just before I go, I just want to inform patrons of St. Andrews of the parish meeting, right, at the GSS, right, this afternoon at 6:30. Right, the 4 ministers will be there. Members from the Ministry of Finance will be there. NIS, and so to give you lots of information. So go out there and be part. 6:30 at the GSS. So as we come to the end of yet another Hard Talk program, all right. I'd like to thank all of you who have participated, calls, and give your comments and so to the program. And we hope that we continue to have that dialogue as we move forward to strengthen, right, this beautiful country. Myself and Sheldon will be back with you tomorrow, please the Lord, at the same time. Whatever you do, whatever you say, we want to be talking to you and not about you. Peace out.
Grenada's economy is heading for its 7th year of consistent growth, averaging over 5%. Unemployment was reduced by 20%, while debt to GDP ratio was reduced from 108% to 63.5%. NNP, committed to the economic and social development of our people. NNP, delivering on the promise. Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new national party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.